Okay, today we're going to be looking at triggering a flash based upon light. Okay, so we can get this effect right here. Okay, now the one thing about this method is very schizophrenic. Alright, but it's very inexpensive. So let me kind of show you my equipment. So this rig is very universal. Let's say I'm on the road, I want to travel around, I want to use my camera in different ways, I don't want to just be in a studio. Here's my singing frog, I'll just put over there. And let me show you this. Okay, so first off I have this pole. Okay. Let me just show you the front of the pole. And being that I am a low budget production here, I don't have a film crew, so therefore I film everything myself. So that little device right there is a DS1. You can get this at B&H Photo. They have, see that little red kind of clear translucent thing? That allows the flash to see the flash and trigger it. So the flash on your camera hits that, triggers the other flash. Okay, so let me turn on the lights on my camera just a little bit here so I can show you a few things. Now what I do here is I brighten this flash up quite a bit. So let me show you some settings. If you're using my lab and watching this video, this is how you use it. Okay. I have these following settings on this little doohickey. So this is on digital camera and on. The flash itself is on manual mode. Okay, you can hit mode here and it goes from TTL to manual. Notice I have it on 1:1. So that is a very, very bright flash. Hey, why not go all out, right? Because it's based upon distance now. You know, I can put this pole technically anywhere, and then that's how I gauge the light, how bright it is. I just set the pole back a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put this pole back over here. Now, the pole must be in direct alignment with the flash. So you can't have it more than a 90-degree angle. Okay, so right there, I could still see the flash based upon this camera right here going off. Okay, just to test out the rig, I'm just going to hit the shutter. Good. It hits it and it makes a windy noise. Okay, that's winding up again for the next flash. I have to wait for it to actually recharge the flash before I can take another shot. This rig is slow. It is not very reliant. When you are doing a wedding or something like that and you have a bunch of flash poles set up, you know, you are taking the risk of getting a very bad shot every once in a while. So take a lot of shots. That's my opinion. But it is still a very, very powerful method. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get everything lined up, and then I'll share with you my settings. Okay, this is all going to be different, but here's my singing frog. If I hit live view off, here's my settings. Now, all this stuff right here will not make sense. Because the fact is, the light hasn't been triggered yet, so therefore it doesn't exist, therefore I can't gauge for it. So if I perfectly expose the light meter, it doesn't mean squat. What I do want is a little bit of depth of field, so I have the aperture cranked. Okay, so now it's got a big hole, so it's a low aperture, because the lower the number, actually the higher the aperture setting. And then the shutter speed, I can't go above 200th of a second here because that is faster than the processor of the pole. So I stay about mid-grade right there, about 1/25th of a second. Here's the secret though. Exposure compensation. I'm going to lower this to a -1.3. That way it doesn't, this flash right here on top of the camera isn't as powerful as the flash over there. That's important. Okay, we just want this flash on the top of the camera to trigger it, and that's it. I don't want it to take over. Perfect. That's exactly what I want right there. Now, even for a more dramatic effect, what you should do is this. Put it on autofocus first. Lightly click the trigger so it focuses. Turn it off to manual mode focus on the lens. Turn off all lights in the lab. And fire it off. You'll get much better lighting that way with the flash. Another thing you could do is take and cover over your flash with a gel. Just had to make it so you can see that a little bit better. Sometimes I'll take a flashlight and aim it to the side of the frog here. Introduce just a little bit of red light into it. So there you go. Have some fun. Again, if you're doing flash photography and you want colored lights, just take a little piece of colored film, put it over the flash, and you get all kinds of good stuff happening. Alright, so that is triggering a flash based upon a flash. Enjoy.